back when I created this one, I still hadn't learned what a 1/4 inch is. I've discovered you will get the eye. I have an eye for a 1/4 inch now. I sew a 1/4 inch seam, which just boggles my mind. But you'd learn to get it. But in the beginning, you don't have it. And so it's really hard to place your tool a 1/4 inch of a way to be on the seam. And I looked at Dad coming back from Machine Quilters Exposition years ago and said, why don't we just show them what a 1/4 inch is? I'm not the only one out there who has this problem. That's what those are. Those are 1/4 inch indents. Again, if you're on APQS or Gamble, you're just going to hair away from that. If you're on everybody else except Tin Lizzy, you're going to be right on your seam. And if you're on Tin Lizzy, you're going to be a hair over. We line it up, and as Kathy Frank says, this is the Stitch in the Ditch tool. Because, oh yeah, straight lines aren't nearly as easy as they look, are they? No. But I can't just have a tool do one thing. You know, that's the Celtic heritage in me. It's got to do more than one thing. So it got a curve on it, because you never can go wrong with curves. There's etched marks in here. Well, if you want to be doing the rail fence, let's say this is a down boy. Let's say this is a border. And I'm going to stitch over. I can line up my tool. If we clear it out, just like I did on the rope tool, I can line it up, and I'm going to use those outside lines. I can now stitch in the ditch, line up on the edge line, and goodness knows that if I had to eyeball this, it would be horrid, but I can just see through nice even lines. And what's going on with this? That's a 45-degree angle. You've got a small border. You line it up, and you have cross-hatching.
Well, I like that.
Now, if you have, let's say this is wider than you need. This isn't quite wide enough, and you want to be, you're not on a seam here where you can do your stitching. Just lock that stitch and hop it. Lock that stitch and hop it. Oh. And when you've rolled it down, you can repeat. That's what templates are going to do, because they will give you that straight line that really, this will also show you when the seams aren't quite straight. But you work with it. You go from there. It'll help work it out.